Good morning, friends. I am Dr. Celestine Raj Manohar, MD, General Medicine, Dean and Professor of Medicine, IRT Perundurai Medical College, Perundurai, Tamil Nadu. I am going to speak to you on the topic, the need for humanism in modern medical education and healthcare. As you all know, both the patient and the doctor are human beings first. A good doctor-patient relationship is a crucial step in the making of any diagnosis and management of any illness. The uniqueness of a doctor in his success in his field of expertise solely depends on how soon and how well this is achieved. Although a great spurt in advanced high technical gadgets have made a revolution in diagnosis and management of many illnesses, a good doctor-patient relationship, however, is pivotal in boosting the confidence and trust of the patient with the doctor, as well as to help the latter achieve success in all his endeavors. The general lack of humanistic subjects in the medical curriculum results in a medico ultimately landing up as a physician who is viewed as cynical, cold, uncaring, mechanical, materialistic, and a scientific robot. The patient expects a great deal of compassion and dedication from the part of the doctor who treats his illness. This can only be achieved by introducing and teaching of humanities in the medical curriculum at early stage and by grooming the medico in the art of striking a good doctor-patient relationship, which is absolutely essential and fundamental in professional success subsequently. Doctors with more aptitude in arts, literature, music, drama, poetry and the like generally shine much better than their counterparts as healers in the healthcare industry. Hence, the genuine need for insisting on ethics and compassion in the medical profession globally in order to achieve excellence in the practice of modern health care. And caring doctor is as important as a correct early diagnosis and effective management by a health care provider. Humanism is, in simple terms, means making life better for everyone and leaving the world a better place for future generations. Humanism offers a basis of moral values and overall sense of purpose and meaningfulness amongst health carers in various stages of healing. Although a professional attitude is equally important, patients would love to be treated by doctors who are masters of the craft and yet manage to do things well with art and compassion towards the suffering patient. Humanistic values are often challenged in times of undue stress in the medical profession. The teaching of humanism has hitherto been a hidden curriculum and was assumed and presumed to have been learned by every medico and doctor during the course of the studies. All doctors ought to be smart and humane, caring and courageous, wise and knowledgeable, altruistic and respectful, committed with integrity and zeal. Only then can we hope to maintain the nobility of the medical profession and still pull off greater technological feats with miraculous ease and success in the coming days in the healthcare industry. The system of modern medicine has to be revamped and made humanistically viable by improving bedside manners, communication, listening skills and empathy with the patient. Medical schools must produce medical professional graduates who are humane while delivering scientific medical care. History taking, which is a very important tool in the evaluation of disease conditions, can become a more fruitful and pleasant exercise from this humanistic approach by every physician. This brings about a better rapport with the patient and improves patient compliance in all subsequent stages of the management of the illness. The patient's anxiety can be much relieved by a carefully tuned encounter with words of comforting, coaxing, consoling, and by spending some extra moments with the patient in tricky, life-threatening situations which often continually recur, especially in an intensive care setup. Humanism is a much more powerful tool than the most modern robotic high-tech gadgetry the world can think of. An affectionate and listening doctor is more valuable and successful than an arrogant super specialist. Patients and relatives are willing to put their lives into the hands of only doctors who have proved to the world explicitly that they really care for them and are willing to work for their welfare, come what may. Every doctor must respect the sentiments and the sensitivity and the emotions of the patient. Modern medicine must return to the Austlerian and Hippocratic roots with powerful healing advantages. More than 60 years ago, Dr. Sir Henry Cohen, Professor of Medicine and Senior Physician, Royal Infirmary School, Liverpool, in his presidential address, talked about medicine, science and humanism in his reflections on the first half of the 20th century. He stressed the importance of the intimate relationship between the doctor and the patient and the holistic approach to the management of diseased persons, despite the changes and confusions of the ensuing era of specializations. He said, "It takes a man and not simply a mission to understand another man. Medical practice is both a science and an art which are inseparable. The patient is always a distressed fellow human being seeking help for a problem pertaining to his health. The attitude and attitude of the doctor truly matter in the proper management of the patient's disease. The carer must be a consoler. The healer must be a compassionate person as well. No computer can replace a good doctor, for judgment cannot be made by logic alone. However, there are many grey zones in the medical practice that are ever increasing. The emotions and feelings of the patient during management and interaction with the doctor must be respected. However, the affective domain of the patient must be adequately addressed to by the treating doctor. The present day evidence-based medical practice is not without its limitations. The secret of care for the patient is in caring for the patient. People these days are doing better but are feeling worse. The sacred doctor-patient relationship has been relegated to the background. Humanistic movements like ethics, empathy and the like have surfaced once again and are very important. Hippocratic medicine focused on the patient rather than diseases. The Hippocratic Oath articulated many of the central moral values needed to guide medical professionals. It still continues to remain the lodestar for the primacy of the patient's welfare. Where there is love of men, there is also love of the art of medicine, noted Hippocrates. Galen highlighted the maxim, above all, do no harm. The miracles of Jesus were based on love for the sick and the needy. Specialization also posed a risk to generalists and to the quality of the doctor-patient relationship. The great physician humanist Sir William Osler emphasized that the new scientific medicine of diagnostic precision was endangering the old medicine of care and compassion. Focused on the patient, the good physician treats the disease, but the great physician treats the patient. It is much more important to know what sort of patient has a disease than to know what sort of disease a patient has. Although we think and talk big, it must be admitted that we still continue to remain relatively unethical and are more mercenary. Doctors are highly accountable to the patients as far as all decisions taken regarding their disease management are concerned. The doctor-patient relationship suffered a decline and almost collapsed when medicine turned out to be a hectic business and health became an industry. However, in the postmodern era, there is no dearth of good and compassionate medical professionals, and we can still guarantee that the nobility of the science art of medicine has, however, not markedly deteriorated. Let me try to explain the importance of humanism in modern medicine by means of a poem written by me. It is entitled, "Oh, Listen to the Doc." Just heal me by mere talk. Do sit beside me, doc. My heart aches, I must tell. Spend time to make me well. The fever I can bear, The pain I cannot share, my story you must hear, or else I will just tear. Oh, listen to me, doc. You must work by the clock. Time is precious to you. Miracles you must do. The anguish in my heart you can dispel by art. Just stay by me a while and take away my bile. Sit by my bed and talk. You are a healer, doc. You are like God to me. Give back my sanity. My symptoms signs clearly show frame is weak, weary. My mind is less wary. Operation seems scary. I spent up emotions. The nurse always cautions to lie still on a bed and keep a level head. Will my dear ones visit? Will no one with me sit? Allay my fears a bit. Is my body not fit? Oh, stay by me, dear doc. Open my old mind's lock. Be like a sponge, not rock. I hear death, my heart knock. So, my dear friends, I thank wholeheartedly the Medical Students Association of India for giving me this golden opportunity to talk to you about humanism and its importance in medical education and healthcare. I wish you all the best, a healthy life and a happy life, and especially a good professional life in the coming days, and to reach the youth all over globally.